Before we continue, I wanted to share some exciting news with you. My new online, on-demand program, How to Advance Your Career with Your Current Employer, is officially live and ready for you. So if you're looking to speed up your career progress, check this program out via the link in the description. Okay. Can I return to you mentioned the mentor topic. This is something that comes a lot in my coaching, and I also recommend the mentors, and that's a useful one channel to advance and develop yourself. And the follow-up question that I normally get is, how do I select one? Like what's the criteria, and which division, and should it be my line manager, and what thoughts would you have on that?
It's very interesting. I did mentoring programs for 10 years in ABB globally, and what I mean, I learned stories where people went to the CEO or to the head of one of the divisions, and that's great. But the thing is, sometimes they don't have time. They are so busy, or they don't have the skills. Not everybody has the skills to be a mentor. So you need to really, really know what do you want, and what are you looking for? Are you looking for extended a network? Are you looking for somebody who's giving you opportunities like a sponsorship? Are you looking for somebody who is strong in specific skills, technical or functional skills? Am I looking for somebody who is simply listening to me and giving me advice, life advice? So this is something where you need to be very clear. It can be inside the organization, doesn't necessarily has to be somebody who is very high in the hierarchy. It could be just a person who is more senior. It could be your peer. It could be a reverse mentoring. You need to know, what do you want, and you will find always a solution there. You just need to take the first step.
True. I tend to normally tell people to pick an A0 sheet and draw the org chart and have a look at just to build a big picture, and not necessarily go to the top ranks, but kind of get the whole picture.
With my experience in the programs I run, we did some kind of quick matching. And not necessarily the people with the top ranks were the most successful relationships. So it was the people who were really the mentors, who were really willing to help a younger professional to succeed. So this is key, that the mentor is really, really passionate and is willing to help somebody to succeed.
Wonderful. Thank you. Then one of my favorite questions. If we talk about your specific industry now, what are the top 3 transferable skills that your company, your industry sees highly valued and that are always in constant demand when it comes to hiring talent?
Well, we have so many skills. If we are talking about transferable skills, probably communication is, I think it's everywhere. Communication skill is one of the key. We really need to be very clear what is the message we are trying to, and how it's perceived. And this is not always easy. So I think it's at all levels of the organization, it's important to communicate. It depends also if we are talking, as I mentioned, on functional leadership or technical skills. And I think if we are talking about in an industry where I am today, the hearing is I think audiology, being the best on with also with the technical. We are talking about software skills, which it's not easy to find everywhere. We have competitors which are more and more bigger than us, and they are not necessarily in the hearing aid industry. But we also have these interpersonal skills, which are making also companies to be successful, organizational skills. But I think the most important of all is the learning and adaptability skills. That you yourself, you are curious, you're willing to upskill yourself every day, but the things that you're doing, because your role is constantly changing.
True. And this has very little to do, I guess, with age, and much to do with the mindset that people have, the adaptability, because there's a lot of discussion about what if I'm 45 or 50 plus, and I normally tend to lean towards it depends on you. Depends on your learning, your things. You can be 45 and be way more adaptable than a 25-year-old.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. What if a talent out there in the audience has a line manager who's not too keen on the whole development topic, and maybe even finds the person doing a good job where they are and doesn't see the hurry or urgency to develop them further? What can the talent do?
Well, you need to be open and honest with your manager. If they are not supporting, so you still have to have this open discussion. What are my passion and interest? And as I mentioned before, if your manager is not supporting enough, you need to talk to others. You need to do your own assessment. Where I am today, and where do I want to be tomorrow? And look for support outside of your comfort zone. Go to your HR, and probably if you're working in a project, there may be some other key people who you can discuss. But it's important that you are very clear, which is not always the case. What is next for me? What do I want? If you don't know what you want, it will be very difficult that other people can help you.
True. Sometimes, not even sometimes, quite frequently, talent gets stuck, and then they say, yeah, but they feel that they do such a good job, and of course they make their superiors look good as well, which is the objective, that there's limited interest in pushing them forward and going through the trouble of actually replacing them and advancing them. And that's when the talent then gets puzzled and feels, where can I go? Do I go to the HR partner? Well, they will call my line manager anyway. And how do I advance without creating chaos and irritation within the management ranks?
And again, just be open and honest. And if your line manager doesn't have any opportunity for you, any possibility or any ways how to develop yourself, he or she will be able to tell you, okay, I cannot help you. And then you can go to your HR or, talk to others. Don't stay in your comfort zone.
Yeah. No, thank you for this. I had the opportunity to have an expert on this topic, so I wanted to ask a few questions on it, because it comes quite often. It's something that is present.
And I don't know if it's politically correct to say it here, but sometimes you have to leave. Sometimes you have to leave, to take the decision and leave. Okay, look, I have done my best, but I have a bigger ambition, and I can do something better. So you need to take risk.
True. And also, yeah, that's based on your previous advice on make some noise.
Yes.
Communicate,
absolutely.
Go after them
Absolutely.
and exhaust the options, and then do the decision if you have to do it.
Absolutely.
Okay. Finally, to return a bit back on the analytics, AI, machine learning, everybody talks about it, and we get the question frequently on, should everybody jump on it and get learning? Does everybody need the skill? Or what's the level of understanding that talent needs to understand the future, the AI and all these topics, data, in general? What's your view?
Well, we have so many things nowadays. We have so many possibilities that are at our fingertips, but we need to be also clear, what we need, why we need it, and when we need it. And we need to focus also identifying what is the right approach we need, for what is my current reality and where do I want to be. So that's very clear. We need to very focus, identifying what is the right approach. Where could we do this? Well, sometimes could be as simple as asking your people who is in your extended network, what is out there? What do we have today in our house? And I had very, very positive surprises in my life, in the past, of how much learning, how many possibilities are on hand and you even don't know. So that's important. Also, data analytics is key. If you don't measure, it doesn't get done. Artificial intelligence, of course, is important. Machine learning, of course, is important. But it depending on your industry, where are you working? How big is your environment, or how small, or how many interconnection? Do you need that? Or you don't need it? Also, you need to know where are you today and where do you want to be tomorrow, and focus. What is the strategy and what is it there? And they maybe you will get some surprises that you may have it already there, but you don't know.
True. So kind of first research and see if you need it, and if you need it, then make sure you're up to date with the latest, but not to overdo it if it's not going to be part of your function.
Of course, and it's not that I'm saying, if you need it, I don't need it to do it. You need to always to have a futuristic, a strategy, a vision. Where do you want to be? But sometimes I did the experience in my previous company that we were very, very much ahead of the curve, that the customers and the clients didn't understand us, and it failed. They didn't have the same platform, or they don't have the same mindset and thinking, that the thing failed. So that's why you need to know, how can I evolve, but how can I take also on board the people, my stakeholder, my customers, my clients, in order to be successful and provide and accomplish my promises.
Deliver constant value versus impressing them all the time.
Absolutely.
Okay. No, those were my questions. There were quite a plenty there. Anything else that you would like to leave our audience with in terms of their development and how they can make it happen, advance it?
Well, as I say before, we are constantly evolving. My message to everyone in my past companies, in my same companies, we need to stop having this consumer mindset, that we are, give me stuff, but be proactive, learning. We have YouTube, you have Coursera, you have TED Talks. You can even learn Python, programming. Is all about you. You need to be clear what do you want. You need to have the ambition, and don't stay in your comfort zone. In the comfort zone, nothing is growing. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful place to be, but nothing is growing there. So you need to be out and challenge yourself. Wonderful.
Thank you very much for this guidance and tips. They're going to be very valuable, and I'd actually like to have a weekly session with you for my own motivation. This has been fantastic.
Thank you, Lassie.
Thank you very much, and wonderful start for the autumn in Switzerland.
Great.
Okay. Thank you.
Success. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
I wanted to share some exciting news with you. My new online on-demand program, How to Advance Your Career with Your Current Employer, is officially live and ready for you. So if you're looking to speed up your career progress, check this program out via the link in the description.